So, all in all, Runecairn is a great little solo role-playing system, and also will probably work well for one GM and one player, which is what it's mainly designed for as well. The advanced rules contain all the solo material, and you can get everything in the book Wardensaga, which contains the compiled bestiary, the core rules, the advanced rules, and Beneath the Broken Sword adventure. And it's a fantastic little system. I've really enjoyed playing it. You're about to see the final part of the adventure of Ari the Scarred, and although I probably wasn't on my best form when I did it, it finishes off the story, and I hope to use the system for journaling and see how that works. So we're in the woods because it's nice to get outdoors. Ari the Scarred is coming to the end of his adventure in Caithness. We are up here. Yes, in Thurso, and we are in the caves beneath the cliffs, and we are trying to rescue an elder who we hope will somehow restore some light to this world. So our next encounter, one of our final ones, will be in this room here, and it will have a bonfire. I would like it to be more gamified as to where the bonfires show up, unless I'm missing something. So our next encounter will have a bonfire, because I think we're due on before we take on the final boss. So I shall grab the advanced rules and we'll find out what that final encounter is. So it will be a 3, that's a mystery encounter, and we're in the caves, so we'll go to the cave chart and roll on the mystery section. 2, Richter's face in the stone mocks your ancestors. So from the Dungeon Tales Reincarnated, let's put this little statue here appearing in the wall and mocking our ancestors, but how is it doing that exactly? Let's go to the Oracle and find out. So first of all we need a D10. Focus is Protect. D8. Wondrous. D20. 2 is Iron. Protect Wondrous Iron. Well, iron is often a thing used to combat evil creatures, so perhaps this face in the stone is saying that our ancestors let down the guard of some protective ward against this apocalypse, this dark thing that has fallen upon the land, and perhaps, yeah, he's got a point. And so that just basically sheds light on some of the situation here. So it's down to Ari to fix what his ancestors let down, and finding this elder will help us to do that by giving us information on how it's supposed to be done. So I'm going to take that as something useful, which will carry into the next section. Now this dungeon has been size 27, which is kind of far too big. You can start repeating the encounters, which is why I've moved from like a town or village to a cave and whatnot. So we're on the final thing where we start to find, can we get to the final encounter and resolve this thing, this adventure. So we're going to roll for this last one, see what it is. D12. 11 is conflict, that's cool. And we rested at the bonfire, we restored our fatigue and restored our mead. So we're going into the final section, and it is, I hope it's not a stone demon, because I'm kind of bored with those. Draugr stares into their reflection in a cave pool. Now this little guy is from Folklore, the Affliction, which I've still not played yet, but all the pieces are very, very useful. And I think this Draugr is, because he's staring into this pool at his reflection, I think this could be the boss who's kidnapped the Elder. Somehow he's been brought back due to the darkness of this world, and he wants to weirdly keep everything dark and dismal as it is, and therefore he's hidden the last hope of restoring the light to the world. And I think we're going to maybe have to fight him. We shall see. So let's do... He's... Basically, the description is: death blue corpse driven by hatred for the living, eyes burn with red malice, emit a reeking stench that marks their presence. At close range, strength save to avoid losing a turn to vomit. That's not helpful. I've probably missed doing that at some points, but I'm going to do a strength save then as we approach, and we fail and we throw up. So we couldn't launch into a surprise attack or something, so I'm going to roll there. He's kind of an NPC, but he's driven by hatred for the living, so he's not going to be very helpful at all. So I'll roll on the Oracle. 6, observe. He is observing. 4 is melancholy, definitely. Observe melancholy need. He has a melancholy need, perhaps to feed off the misery of people. So if this elder is restored and rescued with his knowledge of how to help things out, then he will lose that. Yeah, he feeds off the misery of people. We've just thrown up. Can we possibly get a chance to talk with him? Let's roll on the favour or sorrow. That's a 7. That is complication. Okay. I think honestly the complication is the fact that we've just lost our breakfast. So we've given away our position. We can't creep up on him. And his hostility to the living is going to drive him to attack us, I would think. So I'm going to say he probably gets the first attack in this instance. So, due to his foul smell, which has made us throw up. So what does he do? Enemy actions. 6 is he'll just flat out attack us. Swings his axe, doing 1 damage, which is taken up by our shield. So that was lucky. We shall... Well, we're going to have to retaliate. No problem there. Do we have to make a strength save? I think we do. We're going to have to do a strength save to avoid throwing up again. And we can't fight back yet. That's what it says in the rules. He swings his axe at us and hits us for 3, doing 2 damage to our resilience. Okay, can we fight? No, we can't. We still can't. This might kill me. Gosh. We're in a world of trouble. How can we fight this guy if we can't stop his foul stench from making us ill? Close range strength save to avoid losing a turn to vomit. Is that every turn? Okay, we're going to have to change our plan. We're going to run for it into the water to get away from the smell, and then we're going to have to use one of our spells, our cedar spear. So using our staff, we're going to blast this guy with 5. So his defense is 1, so a 5 will reduce him to 4 resilience. That's a good start. Now he's going to make his way into the water again and try and attack us, I would imagine, with his axe. Oh, yeah, we're losing 5 there. So is the stench of the thing going to be a problem? I'm going to roll with advantage this time because we're in the water. 11, that is enough anyway, so we don't need to roll with advantage. So we are able to attack him again, and we are going to just blast him with our spear, our magical spear. That is a 4. His defense is 1, he loses 3. He's down to 1. He's going to swing his axe again. That is 1, it bounces off our defence. I will roll with advantage again. I've got 2 d20s here. 4, we'll take the 4. So we managed to launch another attack with our magical spear. 7. So that is his defense is 1. Oops. So he loses 6. So he's down to minus. Can we do a minus? Yeah, minus 5. And he needs to make a strength roll because he's at minus 5 on his strength now because his resilience is worn out. So his strength will be 3. He needs to roll the 3 or less to avoid being destroyed. And basically that magical spear blasts him apart and this evil blue soul goes floating off into nowhere. So now he's defeated this final boss, and we need to roll. Oh, our dungeon has really reached its near the end. Is your dungeon size 1? Yes, it is. It's probably less than 1 now. So we need to roll on the resolution in theory, but I would like to kind of bring this to an end. For a clue, I'm going to say that the clue makes us realise that through this waterfall is a secret passage, as there always is. So we're going to head through there, and I'm going to roll on the resolution for this next section because I get a -1 now. So before that, we've done 27 encounters, and I'm going to bring this to an end. So through here is probably the Elder, and there may be one last thing to deal with. Now we're going to drink from our mead flask, which restores 10 resilience and 2 fatigue, because each time we cast that spell, we would use 1 fatigue, so we restored most of that. And we come into this next chamber, and we're going to find out what this Elder, what's going on in this room. So there is a mystery in this room. So I'll roll this final encounter. Go to the cave encounters and roll a mystery, or rewrite history. Lost Dwarven Child, that doesn't make sense in our current situation, so I'm going to roll on the Oracle chart, see what this final deal is. Roll a d10. So that's 7, that is Endure. Emotion is Wondrous, that's a good start. Endure Wondrous Magic. Wow, I think that sums up the end of the adventure. We have freed the Elder from this foul Droga who had sort of kidnapped him and was trapping him in this horrible dark cave, and now we have freed him by perhaps using our axe to break his magical bonds or something. His magic is released, his wondrous magic that is, and he will somehow restore the world, or this part of the world anyway, to some of its former glory. So perhaps we go up to a stone circle above the cliffs on Thurso Bay, and the Elder casts his magic. We could perhaps find out what his name is. We've got a chart for that. Okay, it's a D100, is it? Yes, it is. The Elder's name is 76, that is Rune. Well, that's appropriate. So Rune, the Elder, will cast his spell. Let's get an inkling of Ari's family's ancestors' dealings in this. Just another little clue. 9 is Mourn. Wondrous. 12 is Plenty. Mourn, Wondrous, Plenty. So, thank you, computer, for backing up to OneDrive when I don't want you to. So, yes, Mourn, Wondrous, Plenty. Perhaps that would signal a future offline adventure, so to speak. But we have restored this part of the world, we've rescued the Elder, and we finally brought this adventure to an end. It was too long, but that's the way the dice roll. Because it was a stronghold adventure, so yes, that was my fault. Because you can choose what size of adventures you do. So you can do a cairn, an outpost, a ruins, a village, cave, or stronghold. I went for a stronghold and it was massive. Yes, so our quest is at an end, and I'm going to try off the channel to do some journaling with Runecairn, because I think that might work quite well. And yes, we shall see you next time in the new year 2023.